Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for February 21st, 2011. This is Patrick Ceresna. As always, we start off with a chart of the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange traded fund symbol SPY. We slightly adjusted our focal points to reflect where we believe there should be some overhead resistance on this market. Essentially, at this stage, after those few corrective candles that occurred back in January, the market reversed and began another full leg higher in this market. The measured moves on the upside of this market all level up into this 133 to 136 area, and while we certainly cannot rule out the possibility of an extended move higher, it would be driven by a weakening US dollar and subsequently continued strong commodity markets if there was a chance that this was actually going to bust through here. But over here we anticipate there's to be a level where the market should create some sort of consolidation points and potentially a topping formation for what will be a corrective pattern downwards. Again, one of these topping formations may take a week or two to even develop when it actually does begin. So just because we're up at this level doesn't mean we're already looking for a very deep corrective pattern down. In fact, the first sell-off downwards may in fact be just accumulated, pushing the markets back for previous retests of the highs. So the real way that I would put it is that we're anticipating this to be a difficult place for the market to beat, but not necessarily reverse this week. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is a symbol JLO. We now put a focal point up here at this 2650-27 level because after that attempted breakout on last week's session, we had little to no follow through, drawing it back, which is definitely identifying this as an overhead resistance level. If we have any breaks above this overhead resistance at this 2650 area, we would potentially see follow through that could potentially go as high as about the $28 level, but overall there's some hesitation here, and if the whole market starts a broader topping formation, it may be difficult for the regional banks to advance any further. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Index, which is the symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And while we're seeing it holding up relatively well, you can see that there's distinctly no momentum coming back into this index. I do believe that overall this index is fully priced at this stage, and this is probably in some form or another some topping formation that's developing up here. This topping formation on this index could still take weeks to develop. So no way am I looking for a bearish play yet, but I do believe that 35 to 37 should contain any upside attempts on this, so consider this index to have only marginal upside. Next year, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is symbol RUF, and we more or less had this flagging formation consolidation occurring in the home builders, which is attempting to break out. Now the home builders are setting up pretty well here. The only obstacle is it's all this resistance around this 1080 to 11. If for whatever reason the home builders are given a catalyst to make a push through that $11 area, we could see a move all the way to $11.50, $12 on the upside, but don't be looking for that until we know this overhead resistance has actually been exceeded. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is symbol FUM. We more or less had this little consolidation flag that we drew in last week, and now a reversal break on the upside. It looks like the natural gas index here may want to even follow through all the way up to the 133 to 135 level on the upside. But really at this juncture, we were looking for a topping formation to actually end in the 125 to 135 area area. So even though there is a bullish breakout here on the upside, we're very suspect of topping formations, such as potential head and shoulders forming, or even a sell-off and then a retest of those previous highs to create double tops. But this is somewhere where we believe a top should develop on the natural gas index. Finally, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX, and the UK market continues to have a significant overhead resistance in the 600-610 area on the upside, and while there was numerous attempts to potentially break out, there's simply no momentum there. We do actually have some measured moves that do target even as high as the 620 to 640 area, but the longer it takes the FTSE to break out, the less likely it is to be able to complete a move to the higher degree. So if we now break out bullishly and it's followed through with the global markets, we could see 620. But the fact that it's struggling this way here means that it probably will have a much more difficult time to target much higher target zones. So be skeptical of any longer-term sustainability of any breakout. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.